So, this is it's a fun little game. There's no real winners, no real losers. Basically,
hate the name, love the game.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that. Hate the name, love the game. So we're faced with the hypothetical conundrum of a bunch of space aliens going to destroy the planet unless we can beat them in a game of our choosing. And in this scenario, we have chosen tennis doubles. The most exciting version of tennis, in my opinion, which I think is a very good sport. A lot of people find it boring. Try playing it, fucker.
It's rough.
It's hard.
You'll be winded very soon.
It's really good. So what we're going to do is each of us, Greg and I, are going to make two tennis doubles team, and they are going to fight against the tennis doubles Monstars. And basically, on this episode, we are going to basically judge the other person's team and see if we think they can beat the Monstars versus, let's say, who are the best tennis players ever. So probably the Iceborg and Serena Williams or Venus Williams. One of those two.
I was going to say Serena, yeah.
Serena. So probably Serena Williams and Borg.
No, their dad,
maybe
remember?
John McEnroe.
That's why he has a movie.
Oh, yeah, Will Smith.
John McEnroe.
Oh, is this two Williams sisters references in a row?
Oh?
Is it? Ooh, that might be. No, I think it's been a minute.
Be.
But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Williams sisters. So we're going to judge it based off those, the Iceborg, and you may know it from the Borg versus McEnroe, the movie with the now disgraced Shia LaBeouf. Yikes. But that movie's really good. One of the best sport movies ever made, I think. So those are the goals that we are going to face. I will start us off with my team.
Excellent. Here we go.
So my first inclusion on the doubles team is Miyamoto Musashi, the Sword Saint of Japan. You may know him from various medias. The Vagabond manga, which I think I've referenced on this show before, the same author as Real.
You have, yes.
He is a famous philosopher, strategist, writer, and Ronin, which is a masterless samurai, famous for his two-sword style. Sometimes using like his scabbard or a wooden sword.
Yeah, I was gonna say scabbard, right?
But he would use two swords, and he was undefeated in 61 duels, at least according to Wikipedia. If you've seen Space Jam the movie, the rules aren't exactly followed. So, I think the master of Niten Ichi Ryu, his sword style, I think he should be allowed to have two tennis bats. What do they
two
call
tennis
them?
rackets.
Snowshoes, we call them.
Fucking knew you were gonna.
Because he would be with the power, with the accuracy, because a katana, hard to use. It's really hard to use properly. And this motherfucker's using two of them. Oh, shit. So I think he is, the key man that is the anchor for my doubles team. My second, his partner would be, you may know him from the beloved TV show BoJack Horseman. I'm talking Vincent Adultman. So, Vincent Adultman is, you may know him as maybe 3 kids in a trench coat?
Possibly?
Possibly. So, Vincent Adultman is 3 kids in a trench coat, which one his hand is a broom, other hand is almost a real hand. Now, the real strength of Vincent Adultman is, while he is clumsy on his feet, because he has 3 kids stacked on top of each other, he does have 6 hands. So while at most we'll 2 rackets, because as of course Musashi is also using them, is using 2, so I don't want to overstep that. So 2 rackets, 6 hands. You can toss it up, altering heights. They've got the utility, so they can just become like this command tower in the back to get the straight wall. Anything that goes out of Musashi's zone, fucking Vincent Adultman can utilize, which is not a word, but he can counter the wacky ones depending on the situation. So up top, bam, you can get a spike. Down low, get a little drop shot. You can do all sorts of shit with the limited mobility that comes with this alleged human adult male who loves business.
I'm just looking at pictures of Vincent adult man.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He's ridiculous.
My favorite character in all, Bojack.
Oh, man.
So that's my team.
I gotta watch.
Sword
I
Saint
gotta
of
watch
Japan,
BoJack.
Miyamoto Musashi, and Vincent Adult Man. Let me hear your team, Buster-Roo.
What a team. I don't know if my team can compete, except I know they can. So I've got Chris Kyle, the American sniper. Why
God.
Chris Kyle? Why would I pick an American sniper, a gunman, to play tennis?
Another?
Because he's got the sharpest eyes in the
my
world. He won't let a single ball past him if it's served in his general quadrant. He's going to be able to lob. He's going to spike. He's got this in the bag on his own. And and against the Monstars, you know he's going to be all fucking... What's it called when you're racist against people of other countries?
Xenophobic.
Zionist or xenophobic?
Zionist.
He's gonna be all. Sorry. He's gonna be xenomorphophobic and just destroy these guys. He's not gonna let them step on his court.
Man.
You kidding me?
Oh man.
They're getting sniped in the locker
Greg,
room.
You know this is another movie I went on a date with my ex to, right?
Man, I cannot stop doing this to you, and I apologize.
Terrible date
Oh
movie.
boy.
Terrible.
Well, yeah, not a good one. I wouldn't.
Not a good
I wouldn't
movie
do that.
even. Continue. I'll stop interrupting.
So that's Chris Kyle. He's going to be in there calling the shots. And you know, he won't even need to call him out because his partner is Billy Soul. As played by Sonny Landham in the 1987 horror action classic Predator.
Oh!
Billy with the big laugh. He's a good team player. Even if the joke's not funny, he'll give you a chuckle. And you know what? It's infectious. Even predators can't help but copy Billy's laugh. But the reason I chose Billy Soul to be his partner is because Billy, if you've seen the Predator, can sense the Predator even when he's cloaked. So I'm guessing Billy's gonna have a little insight into the kind of moves that our enemy's gonna be making. He's gonna be able to read their minds, their bodies. In the novel, apparently, he's actually psychic.
Oh.
Like, he's like weirdly psychic. I'm sticking with the film version, so I'm okay if he can't contact his ancestors like in the novel.
Okay.
Weird, like I mentioned. But I think he still has enough psychic prowess to be able to tell. And just generally speaking, he is a tracker, so you know, you shift your weight a little bit, he's like, oh, he's gonna run off to the right and try to spike it. Billy's got the goods. And you know what? I don't think our opponents will stand a chance against us. Not with the American sniper, Chris Kyle, and the Native American Billy Soul sensing their every move.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, right?
Alright, do you want to go first?
I did a good one for once.
Derailing my team, or do you think my team will beat the Monstars? Do you want to start us off?
Well, if you recall what Nick said at the start of this little game, have you ever tried tennis? It's hard. Mm-hmm. I don't think Vincent Adult Man, is that his name?
Vincent Adult Man.
I don't think Vincent Adult Man can keep up. What, are they going to swap when the bottom legs get too tired from running left and right on the field? How many times can they do that? How many possible pitches could they do that?
Unlimited times.
Unlimited
You have
power.
psychic powers.
I
You're
don't
doubting
think they
3
could do
children?
They're also 3 children. They're not going to be organized enough to communicate. Hey, go left. He say right? Stop confusing me.
Haven't watched BoJack Horseman.
From the images I've seen, it doesn't seem like they really know how to walk.
They're clumsy.
Bodies all contorted and such.
But they never.
Yeah.
They've never fallen. They've never made a mishap. Oh. In fact, even though
the
show's
caught?
already over, they still don't know if he's actually 3 children, because that's how good he is.
I think it's pretty pretty certain that he's 3 children.
For us,
and
maybe.
as such.
But in universe,
but to the Monstars, definitely.
Definitely not.
Man, and also they're monsters. They're gonna try to eat him.
The monsters
He's a
don't
child.
eat anyone in Space
He's
Jam.
2 children, but they're monsters. Why wouldn't they?
There's a net.
They cheat. There's a net stopping them from eating the children.
Yes.
I like that argument, so I'm gonna let it stand. I still don't think 2 or 3 children in a trench coat are capable of playing tennis effectively.
Advantage, man, 4-on-2.
Also,
and 2 more rackets
wait a
than
minute.
they have.
But wait a minute. Don't they have to wear a uniform, which means no trench coat?
No.
Which means they'll be exposed?
Well, you can just wear it over the trench coat.
I knew you were gonna say that, and I like it.
It's like...
I think your samurai man can win this on his own, but with his with his backup being 2 kids in a trench coat or 3, I think he's at a bit of a disadvantage. While my team is perfectly calibrated to do this.
So, final say, do you think they win or not with my arguments trying to do the best? You think they win?
I think they can win. I don't think it's as easy a win as my guys will get.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about your team.
All right.
So Chris Kyle, one of the most famous liars in American military history, who lied, inflating his prowess of a sniper maybe 5-fold. He is the bare minimum.
Still makes him the best, baby.
Bare minimum of the American military's sniping force. Also, hate to bring this up, sufferer of PTSD.
Wow.
So the constant BAM from the Monstars hitting the balls on the rackets might, do something.
It could set him off.
Which is also how Chris Kyle passed. He is extremely racist, so I do think that gives him a power advantage more than he would. So I'll give him that, but that's the only time I'll give Chris Kyle American disgrace anything. Who's your second person? It's
Billy
Soul.
Soul.
I can remember. I'm on his page right now, looking at him. Sonny Landon.
Yeah, he's a handsome man.
He is handsome. I think
Sadly.
he is definitely the main part of this team. I think
of this 2-man team.
although according to his
strength.
Alien vs Predator wiki page, it seems like and this is obviously changed in the book, but it seems like he's just a really good tracker from what I'm saying, and it's just what really good tracking looks like from a non-native perspective.
There will be a symbol crash there, just so you know.
Okay, perfect. I couldn't hold that one in any longer.
Oh boy.
I think he really underplayed his usefulness, because he's fucking strong.
He's underplayed in the movie.
he tried to fight the Predator with a machete. He's got to have some physical prowess with that.
He's got some balls, yeah.
So I think Chris Kyle will be utterly useless in the second half. In the second half of the match, because I think all the noises and the crowd roaring is gonna get to him. But I do think that there's a chance that Billy Soul can kind of fucking power through it and still keep that momentum going. Because as a tracker, you build up people's the movement of animals, the habits. And so with these Monstars who aren't really used to these persons, so the Iceborg or Serena Williams, their prowess. So they're not fully used to that because they're in bodies that don't really match it, because as we know, the Monstars have big exaggerated bodies. So we'll find out. I think if he can survive until the second half where he can fully track them, I think he has a chance then. But if not, I don't know if they got it.
I feel like you're really underplaying Chris Kyle just because he has PTSD.
No, I'm underplaying him because he's a piece of shit and a liar who wrote a book talking about how great he was, and then everyone who knew him was like, that's so full of bullshit. He actually just hid the entire time. He didn't kill. He killed you know, he had like 6 confirmed kills instead of like the 60 he said he had. Like in that fucking the climax of the movie.
In the movie, yeah.
You know, I don't know about Chris Kyle. He can definitely be capable, but I don't think he lasts.
I feel like he is at least as capable as your 2 or 3 children in a trench
I'm
coat.
not saying that he isn't.
At least.
But I'm saying that Musashi is so capable that it doesn't matter
Yes.
that... So it's like if you had another good player, that would conflict with Musashi's ability because he has such a big range. So that's why we need someone a little bit more limited but has some utility. Like he's got height that Musashi doesn't.
I think Billy's enough of a team player that if he teamed up with Musashi, even though they're both great, they won't get in each other's way, and they can win this easily.
Now, that's another thing I have an issue with. Billy Solar's not like a welcomed part of the team in Predator, because he's
Predator. Is he not?
He's in Native American. He's the outsider of the group. He eventually they because he can help find the Predator. They get used to him, but he is not like a welcome part of the team in the beginning.
I wouldn't say he's unwelcomed. I just would say he is an outsider in this group of assholes, which I mean is an advantage, honestly. Billy Soul's a nice guy.
I do like him.
And a bloody murderer, just like all of them.
Now, if you let him keep his
including your
gun,
samurai who killed what 70 people in duels.
Yeah, 61 in duels, but that's not. Well, actually, there is the rumor that like he killed like it was like there was a big fight against like an entire clan, and he had to like kill like almost 100 people, and like it's like over like a 24-hour span, and like he would have to like hide and shit. It's covered in the manga, and that's the only thing I'm familiar with, so it's obviously fictionalized, but it's one of the greatest stories because you see him, unparalleled one-on-one going against 100 something, and eventually you
definitely
get fucking
has
tired,
PTSD.
so you have to do shit.
You have to shit as well.
Recommend that.
Sword
true.
fighting while shitting. I don't know how we conclude this game. I think we both have a decent chance of winning.
I think that's also, this game famously does not have a good conclusion, but I think it's very fun, just talking about this.
Yeah.
I think we both have a good chance of winning, but unfortunately it's not guaranteed, so sorry, Earth. We kind of fucked up.
Time slam. We time slammed you, Earth. We apologize.
Time jam.